everyone, so today we decided that we were going to be starting our Thanksgiving inspired series for Dolly Tales. It's been a long time since we made a Dolly Tales episode, and it's not because we forgot about this series or we weren't inspired by it. We just kept planning to film episodes and then we either weren't in the mood to or something came up, so over time it just kind of got pushed off. So we're going to be filming a 4-part series for this month about things that we're grateful for. We're each going to talk about one doll related thing we're grateful for and one non-doll related thing we're grateful for, because I think it's so important to be appreciative of what you have in your life, because it's so easy to focus on what you don't have. For the United States anyways, this is the Thanksgiving month where everyone, gets together with their families and, is grateful for what they have. We thought we would do it this month, but that's not to say that we're not grateful every day. I think it's so important to be grateful for things every single day and to focus on what you have and not what you don't have. We also have a Christmas series that we're going to be doing. I'm not going to reveal what it is for Dolly Tales.
It was my idea.
But it was Colleen's idea, and it's going to be...
This one was Shelly's idea, but I got my idea from her.
A 4-part series in December. So Dolly Tales is our Dolly Memories series, where we sit and we talk about things we did with our dolls, or memories we had. And it's also going to be for things like this, where it's kind of like a collaborative, it's like a group thing. So if we do favorites videos on dolls and things like that, it's going to be part of Dolly Tales. So it's we sit and we talk about dolls kind of thing, but not in a really deep way like my videos on my experiences and inspiration playlist. What I am grateful for about my dolls is I am actually really grateful that I took a 5-year hiatus from dolls. So if you guys don't know, when I was a teenager, I didn't play with dolls, I didn't collect dolls. So it was basically from the beginning of 2006 to the beginning of 2011. It literally worked out almost exactly that way. I want to say my American Girl Marathon was the last doll I got as a kid, and my first doll I got as an adult was my Satinisha Mulan. And the reason for that break in dolls wasn't actually for the best reasons. It was because when I was a teenager, I felt pressured to grow up and be mature, and I really didn't like myself. I hated myself, and I thought that if I tried to make myself into someone else, that I'd like who I was, and dolls just didn't fit with what I was going for. So I just stopped having anything to do with them. And I think part of the confusion was because I was growing out of making them talk and stuff. Not that it's not fun once in a while, but we did it so much I was kind of bored of it by that point, and I didn't really see that I could still enjoy them but collect them. And so I took a break. And I know a lot of people regret taking breaks or getting rid of dolls, but I feel in every mistake you make in life and in every experience where you're not true to yourself, I feel you learn who you really are. And when dolls came back into my life in 2011, that was when my dad was really sick and I needed them. I don't think I could have gotten through that last year with Dad without my dolls. They helped me through those hard times. They gave me something to look forward to, something to distract myself. And there's no better feeling in the whole world than getting to rediscover your love for something. When you get to fall in love with something all over again, that's the most amazing feeling ever. And nothing can compare to that. I loved and appreciated dolls before, but not to the same extent that I do now. And I think that's why they mean so much to me, because of everything they helped me through, and knowing that they're part of who I am, and that I wanted to embrace that instead of hide that. And so I'm grateful for that. I don't regret not having dolls for 5 years of my life, because it gave me a time to step back and really realize what it was that I loved about dolls and how important they were to me, and that I should be true to myself. So that's what I'm grateful for.
So mine's actually kind of related to that. I'm really grateful that we, unlike a lot of collectors who take a break, we never actually got rid of the vast majority of our childhood stuff. I mean, there were dolls over the years that either broke or Shelly, was silly and got rid of, or there was that incident when we first got back into dolls where we got rid of some, which was stupid because we were just getting back into it. But for the most part, our childhood collection stayed intact, which I know was rare, and I'm really grateful because I like looking at the familiar faces that I grew up with. I mean, I'm not saying, like, sometimes it's not better to get a replacement doll. Like, my favorite doll actually is a replacement doll because my first Katie doll, like, that broke. But I am thankful that actually both the one that originally broke that I fixed and the one I used to replace her and many of my other childhood favorites, I'm glad they're there. Like, I'm glad that I had the option for photos. Like, when I took photos for this series, actually, I used a lot of our childhood dolls. Even though we had a replacement for school photographer Becky who's in better shape, and even though we had a nice Rajul Magic Aladdin, I'm glad I had the option of using our original Leroy and Jasmine and our original Becky.
Yeah, like,
I'm glad that I still have those dolls there because it's, you know, it's really nice to think, you know, like that was the sparkling Jasmine that Shelly had with her in the hot tub when we went with our mom and Auntie Kim to the beach 100 years ago. And it's just really a special feeling to still have those dolls. And I'm thankful that we're lucky enough to still have them.
yeah, and I still have my first Barbie and you still have yours.
Yeah, I'm really grateful that Deela never sold to the yard sale.
Yeah, we actually did have Deela out at the yard sale.
Yeah, I'm really grateful we still have Deela.
So, we weren't in our right minds. So, that's what we're grateful for about dolls. And from a personal aspect, I'm grateful for my health. I mean, since I saw both of my parents get sick, it's definitely a different experience when you see how someone who is healthy and strong and they're young get really sick, and you see like everything that they get robbed of when they're sick, and like it's like a piece of them kind of gets taken with the sickness. It's never anything to like take for granted, like when you're healthy. And like I can't complain. Like I don't have any allergies, I don't have any medical conditions. The only thing I have is Raynaud's disease, which is like when my hands get really swollen and cold and my feet get really swollen and cold. It's like a blood circulation kind of thing. And like, yeah, it's uncomfortable and sometimes it's like really painful, but I mean, other than that, like I can't complain. I don't get sick a lot, and doing stuff like, you know, at the farm and being really active all the time, and like I feel like I never have to worry about being held back because I'm not feeling good. And I know like when I get a cold, like I'm the biggest baby about it. Like I try to pretend I'm not sick for a while, thinking it'll go away. And then when I'm stuck on the couch because I am sick, I really hate it because there's like things you want to do and you feel really motivated, but then you can't do it. So I'm just so grateful like that I don't have a chronic illness, or like that I'm not sick. And I just feel like health is never anything you should take for granted. And you know, if you or someone you know is suffering, I feel so like bad for those people. And you know, I just feel like when you have the ability to do what you want, go where you want and live the life you want to live without having to worry about like taking medication or, you know, how you're going to be feeling on a given day. That's so special. And like if you have your health, then like that's all you really need to feel grateful for, honestly, what it all comes down to. Because your body is your portal that brings you through life. So it's just really important. What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for my job. Well, both of them, obviously. But, you know, I used to be back in college before Dad got sick. We could call it college brat. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But, you know, I never worked, not in high school, not in college. And then Dad passed away and I was looking for work. And, I mean, people were, like, just slamming doors in my face. No one wanted to hire me. And I originally, even this isn't what I do now, I originally wanted to teach Spanish. And I was knocking at all the doors of the high school, and ironically, the only door that let me in was the very high school that I wanted to get into. And that will be 4 years ago, this December something. I should know the date, but I don't. But I'm just really grateful for the way that played out. I mean, I'm not teaching Spanish like I planned. I'm working with special needs kids instead, but I just feel grateful every day to be working with them because it was kind of where my heart led all along, and I cry. And I'm just really grateful because I love my job so much. And that opportunity led to other opportunities, which was what was able to keep me and Shelly, like, you know, together in our house like we wanted. I'm just really thankful to the people that first let me in the doors, and to like whatever powers there be that I got in to where I wanted. So
sometimes the things that don't work out in life turn out to be the best things.
Yeah, it's like Rascal Flatts say, God bless the broken road.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't change anything because I feel like where I ended up was where I was meant to be, and I wouldn't change it.
Yeah, that kind of is like when I was talking about the doll hiatus. I feel like that's how I feel. That was what was so great, that sometimes you have to be broken down and have nothing and to be built up again and find something else. Sometimes the bad things in life happen and something even better comes along, and that's something to keep in mind if you're struggling with things.
It's like that Jason Mraz song, I Won't Give Up, where he says, what I've got and what I'm not and who I am.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, kind of what I've got and what I'm not and who I am.
Yep.
Probably not quoting it right, but.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will be doing one every week for the month of November. So there's going to be 4, so it'll be like the weekends of November. We will be doing it in the same format, so I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.
And you're live. I want to capture this squeaking.
Mom's little bubbles. Oh, Navoya, don't be like that.
It's so cute the way they squeak.
Roni, go potty. You moved your booty. What are you doing, Candy Corn?
I think this love session might be about to be over.
It's going to turn into a bathroom session.
Do I just hit off or do I have to hit stop
You
first?
hit the record button.
So cute, he's eating his little ball.
Is that good, Charlie?
Adorable animal.